at Crafted, we think about this with with a great technique established in the Lean Startup by Eric Ries. And a lot of it does boil down to establishing metrics or data analytics, as Charlotte was talking about. But within the business, the three A's are a great tool for establishing metrics that is actionable, accessible, and auditable. This means that the metrics actually you can influence them. They are actionable. They point in a direction. They are accessible, meaning that the entire business has access to them. This is really important for transparency, which is something Crafted believes strongly in. It increases also the ability to collaborate cross-functionally when everybody can see and be motivated by the same metrics, which are actually actionable. And then the last component, which I think is a little underrated, is auditable. It's important that we're not debating the truth of data or the truth of metrics when assessing what direction they're motivating us within the business. They need to be agreed upon, and we need to trust that the data is sound, that we have good systems and processes underlying those, that is surfacing metrics that are telling us that things are good or that things could really be improved. So that's a great way to align within the business. These metrics generally can cut across a lot of different departments to establish company goals, and we love helping teams getting these in place. The other thing we like to do, and this kind of leans into our focus on transparency, collaboration, continuous realignment, with you leveraging communication, is to build publicly. We do this by building proofs of concept. We have done this a few times this year. We had a really interesting build in public initiative where we posted regularly on a blog about building a chatbot. It's very interesting if you want to go check that out on our website. There is also the concept of demonstrating progress. We do this in a few ways. On one project, weekly we would post a 5-minute just kind of update video demonstrating progress. There are other ways, maybe in agile engineering, to have a regular demo cadence at the end of a sprint or a week, depending on how you're running those ceremonies. But taking things and putting them in front of people for early feedback within the business is a great way to continuously kind of reorient, and demos are a great way to do that on top of proof of concept, which creates that accountability function that you are continuously shipping value to customers. And the last thing is giving stakeholders access to test systems. Thankfully, this is readily available in the cloud. We love building on AWS and GCP. And this allows us to, before we get to production and before we get in front of users, get things in front of sales or support or marketing, whoever else in the business would have great feedback on what we're building and be able to help us kind of realign with those broader initiatives that the metrics are pointing us at.